All right, looks like we are all set. Let me just check Facebook. All right, we're set on Facebook too. Awesome. Okay, excellent. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jamie Chavez. I'm the president and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And every Wednesday, we bring to you a live broadcast featuring one of our newest chamber members to introduce them and give them a chance to talk to you about their business. If this is your first time joining us, thank you. Special welcome to you. If you're on Facebook, be sure to like and follow our page so that you get reminders and notifications for when we go live in the future. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe and also view all of our previous broadcasts there as well. We also offer broadcasts on Mondays, which are all about city updates, featuring interviews with our mayor, councilors, and key city staff. So tune in for those for a chance just to hear what's going on down at City Hall. And as you watch the broadcast this morning, feel free to engage with us, say hello, drop any questions or comments in the comment section, and we will get to those during the interview. And now finally, a warm welcome to Sean with the Snowy Churro. How are you today, Sean?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, I love your shirt. It's very appropriate for today.
Hey, who doesn't love churros, right?
That's right, yeah.
Weirdos out there.
Yeah, so tell us about the Snowy Churro. How did it all begin?
So the Snowy Churro began in 2019. So I was a teacher for 14 years. I actually taught at Westminster High School. So I was there for 8 years. So I taught high school math. Always had kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. And then a friend of mine had a little churro cart in Utah, and he's like, "Hey, you should check this out. It's a pretty cool little business." And so I went down there, looked at it. I was like, "This is pretty nice, but I want to do something a little more gourmet, a little nicer, fancier, or whatever." So I just kind of made it all up and just kind of created it. That's never in the restaurant industry or the food truck industry. I always tell people I'm a fat guy that likes desserts. So everyone loves churros, everyone loves ice cream. So I was like, well, first of all, the snowy churro was supposed to be, the snowy part was shaved ice. So it was going to be shaved ice and churros.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's kind of how the name came about. But then we got in contact with the general manager at the Denver Premium Outlets, where we've been for 6 years now, and they said, "Well, you can't do shaved ice because they had an Italian ice guy there." So we switched concepts to ice cream, and then the snow is just we put powdered sugar on the churros.
well,
So
that makes sense. That's what I thought it referred to. So I had no idea
yeah,
that it was about
we
something
meant
else.
that the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it turns out people love the churros and ice cream and the powdered sugar and all that. So we started off with the one at the outlet mall, and then the next year we started an event one, a truck, and we were booked 7 days a week. The next year we started another one, 7 days a week, and we just we got lucky. Well, we got lucky with COVID, but with COVID, all the HOAs had food truck nights, and so that's how we got started. And we did a different HOA every day, and we just kind of got out there, and people saw us, and then word of mouth. And for the first 3 years we didn't do any marketing. We were just all word of mouth. And so now I run for Snowy Churros, and we just became a franchise.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
yeah, thank you, thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we have a couple locations in a few different states already. So we're in Fort Worth, we're in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're in Murfreesboro, which is near Nashville, Tennessee.
I
So
have to sneeze. Okay,
bless you.
I'm back.
So
Okay,
yep.
so you've grown quickly. So it's always interesting when I talk to businesses about like how they got through COVID and just seeing like how people pivoted and how they got through. And so that's always really interesting to hear. But it seems like you've grown pretty rapidly. You have the Denver Premium Outlet location. That's always a staple for my kids and I. We like to go shopping and play at the park and get a churro. So we're actually there all the time.
So am I.
and they
No,
and they love
no.
it.
Yep.
And so now you've got the truck, and where can you take that truck?
So we have a truck and a trailer that do events all over Colorado.
Okay.
We go anywhere. We've done events in Aspen, we go all the way up to Fort Collins, Pueblo. We go anywhere. Generally speaking, we're around the Denver metro area. We're kind of based out of the Westminster Thornton area. So we do a lot of events up here. But typically, we do a lot of schools, churches, weddings, corporate events, all the fun stuff. So we don't really like post up at like a brewery or anything like that. People ask me all the time, have you gone to a brewery or where can I find you like that? Um, Personally, we'd rather just do like a 2 hour wedding, like in and out type thing, prepaid, than sitting at a brewery and just hoping people, come up. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you mentioned you went and saw the churro, your friend's churro stand, and you thought that you wanted to do something a little different, a little bit more gourmet. So talk to us about your churros and what makes them different from like an
Yeah,
amusement park or wherever else you might get a
sure.
churro.
Well, I mean, first of all, I wanted it to, people eat with their eyes. So I wanted it to um, look sexy. So I wanted people to not worry about the trailer being in the background of their wedding picture or something. So that was the first thing we wanted. We wanted to be visually appealing, and so I tell all my employees too, like everything we make, like don't send it out the window if it's not Instagrammable. Like we want, people pay good money for some of our desserts. And so I want to look and feel like a $13 experience. Because there's that teacher in me where, every dollar matters.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be spending $13 on a churro boat, I want it to look like a $13 churro boat, you know?
Yeah.
So we just kind of we have 5 different flavors of churros. We're not just typical cinnamon churro. We do have the same churros that Disneyland uses, but ours are better because ours are fried. Disneyland bakes theirs, and
Oh
frying's always
no.
better. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? So, yeah. So we have cinnamon, cocoa, graham cracker, crushed sprinkles, and peach mango. Those are our 5 different flavors. And then we just have all these like super cool boats, and we have edible cookie dough. We have floats. Floats are super popular in the summer. So it's a cool concept too because we have kind of a winter options and summer options. So like in the winter, churros are nice, warm, fresh, all that. In the summer, we have our ice cream and floats and sundaes and things like that. So.
Awesome. So if somebody's visiting for the first time, what is your like what would you suggest to them?
Oof. Our sampler bites, they're churros cut up into bites, and you can get 3 of our different flavored filling flavors. We have chocolate, cajeta, Bavarian cream, and strawberry. So if you're going churro only, go the sampler bite. If you want ice cream, personally, I like the chocolate turtle, which is like walnuts, chocolate syrup, caramel syrup. Get those churros filled with chocolate. We roll them in cocoa. It's like I love chocolate, so that's my favorite. Our most popular though is the cowboy churro, which is like a s'mores. So it's ice cream and whipped cream and chocolate chips and graham crackers, and the churros are rolled in graham cracker. So it's a hard one
Awesome.
to pass up. And not a lot of people say, yuck, cowboy, get out of here.
And I think you have
So
Sundays too, right?
yeah, yeah, we have Sundays. We have chocolate caramel and strawberry Sundays, and yeah, we do a little combo cups with scoop ice cream and some couple churros for like the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what my kids always get. They're obsessed.
Yep, yep.
So, what are some of your favorite or like most unique events that you've attended and had your churros at?
Oh man, we've done so many. I mean, just last May we did 74 events. Like this August we're doing like 60 events. So we have a lot of events.
74 in May? That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Just slightly busy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've served the Broncos. We served the players and coaches for like I think 3 years now. So that's pretty cool when they do a joint practice with the other team. We get to see them and meet them. And I honestly I like weddings. Weddings are my favorite. Like we get to see some really cool wedding venues, and like mountain weddings are really nice. I mean everyone's happy and all that stuff too. And you know, uh, yeah. So probably weddings are. I mean, we've done huge events with thousands of people, and we've done Amazon and we've done Target and Costco and all these big corporations too. But
Yeah.
I like the small, like intimate wedding events.
Awesome. So talk to us more about going from being, because you said you were a math teacher.
Yes, I
Okay,
was.
so talk to us more about going from being a math teacher to an entrepreneur, because that's a big change.
Yeah, it is. So, like I said, I taught freshman math. I taught one of the lower level math classes. So my students were usually at least 3 years below grade level. And so it took a lot of effort and a lot of energy. I was always trying to be funny and exciting and crazy and weird and just like get them. Churros are the best. Thanks, Parker. All right. So it was just really exhausting. And I did it for a long time. And I always said 1 year of teaching what I taught was like 3 years of teaching regular classes, or honors classes or something like that. But um, I knew that I needed to do something different, and I needed to like own my own business. And I moved here from California, and when I was in California, I had a couple businesses there too, and so I wanted to get back into the business world. Um, I didn't had no clue that it was going to be like this. I didn't know if I was going to sell. Like I remember, telling my wife that all we have to do is $200 a day in sales, and then that'll, that'll make like our teaching salary or whatever. Just the bare minimum. And it's far surpassed that, and it's been a super fun experience. I've met so many cool people, and I've been able to employ past students and things like that. So that's been really exciting.
Yeah, that is cool. And what would you say is maybe the hardest lesson that you learned so far in that transition?
Uh,
Or
Geez. I mean, I literally like there was probably like when I first started, there was probably about 5 times when I was like, this is not worth like this is really hard. Like the whole licensing process and all the bureaucracy and stuff and all that part. Once you get it figured out though, I mean I've built like 12 food trucks now. I've partnered with a taco truck. So we built a taco truck and a hot dog truck and an ice cream trailer and a dirty soda trailer. So we have this thing called the food truck family now. So now I'm like, I get it and I understand the process. It still sucks, kind of not fun, but I still
yeah.
think it's dumb how like I don't know, some cities want certain things and the fire departments can't talk to each other nicely and stuff. But once you get all that done, it's pretty doable. But that's definitely the hardest part. Is like I didn't know, like I had no clue, like any health regulations or what went into it. And
Yeah.
the cool thing is food truckers, generally speaking, are super nice people, and they're willing to help you. And so and that's what I do. Like if anyone asks me any questions, I try and help them because I know when I so. Oh, you there?
Yep, I think we got you back.
All right.
I missed the last part of that. I don't know if it was your internet or my internet,
Oh,
but we'll hope that the viewers got the last of that question.
all right. Basically, I was just
um,
saying food truckers are nice and they'll help you if you. So
yeah, that's amazing. It's good to have that support system, definitely, because it
yeah,
can be very overwhelming starting a business for sure.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about maybe. Parker says he lost you as well, but he was just saying good support system in the food truck community. Um,
Yep, yep.
well, good. So, what do you like the most about serving communities like Westminster?
Well, it's it's cool because you know I taught there for so many years, and so I know those kids and that demographic and everything. It's really cool. Um, but no one as a teacher, no one's kicking down my door, to yay algebra, But when we pull up to a school and all these kids are like screaming like it's a totally different experience than teaching, and it's fun because it's like teaching, the gratification comes years down the road. Here, here you go. Here's your churro. Here's your ice cream, and they're like, ah, it's like more instant gratification. It's fun to see like people happy and excited and enjoying their desserts, and we really just try and make everyone's experience like fun and like memorable.
Yeah. How many employees do you have?
During the peak season, so we lost a lot, obviously, back to school. I hire a lot of high school students and college students. So during the season, I think we probably employ around 20. Um, and right now we're at like 5 or 6. Our season's tapering down. September kind of slows down. October is crazy because we do the Magic of Jack-o'-lanterns at the Hudson Gardens. And so
Yeah,
we're
that's a
there for
great
like
event. It's good to know you'll be
mhm.
there.
Yeah, we're there for like I think 35 days. So
Nice.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll have
that's
our
down
hot
in Lakewood,
chocolate and
right?
our I'm sorry?
It's in Lakewood.
Littleton.
Littleton, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
I recommend everyone check out that event and look for the Snowy Churro while they're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have
If
our
you could,
caramel apple cider and our hot chocolate, and it's amazing to, drink that while you're walking around looking at all the jack-o'-lanterns and lights and stuff. They do a good job down there.
they do, yeah, and it does get cold, so the hot cider is a nice warm up.
Yep.
So if you could create a Westminster churro, what would be on it? What would a Westminster churro taste like?
Ooh, okay. So if I had to do one specifically for Westminster,
Yeah.
I would do, let's say here, I would do crushed hot Cheetos. I'd make it a savory one. So crushed
Okay.
hot
Oh,
Cheetos,
okay.
salsa Valentina with a little lime juice, and we would dip it in some nacho cheese sauce. So
I have never had a savory churro, so
yeah, that would be
I'm
my
trying to wrap
Westy
my brain around
special.
this now.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Well, good. If we ever have at a Westminster event, we should have that churro for offer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's the craziest churro you've ever made?
Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I've tried everything. I tried, let's see here. I don't know. Jeez. I don't know. Cherry churro, I guess. I mean, a cherry churro. I was like, just trying to think of like fruitier ones.
Oh, sure.
Um, and it was just weird. It was not weird, but it was different. Like peach mango is my favorite. I love the peach mango churro, so I was like, that worked. So let me try like strawberry or cherry, and it was all right. But it was really good. We had an Oreo churro. We stopped at those. Kind of a pain in the butt, but
A little
Oreo churros
messy.
were good. Yeah, it was a process. So yeah, Oreo churros are good, but
So, what time does the location at the outlet malls open, and what time do you close?
yeah. So generally speaking, we're open from about noon to 7. It's like that's safe. Uh, on weekends we open earlier around 11, and close at 8. Weekdays that's about the 12 to 7 mark is it's pretty safe to say that we'll be open.
Okay.
Because it is weather dependent too. If it's like crazy raining or snowing or something like that, we'll close a
Yeah.
little early. But
Yeah. Of course.
Mhm.
Okay.
and we're open
And
7 days a week. The only month we shut down at the mall is February. So we're not open in February. We do our deep cleaning and fixing things and relicensing and all that fun stuff.
got it. Wow. Yeah, that's a long time to take off, but it's a lot to do for sure. Give you
Yeah.
time to catch up.
Yeah, I need to need to rest and relax after
Yeah.
you know all the events we do in the summer.
Do you
So,
have anything coming up that you're excited about other than the jack-o'-lantern event?
um, I mean, it's wedding season. September, October are big wedding seasons. We have a lot of weddings coming up. We have some cool events or venues that we do in Estes Park. Those are fun. So I would just say wedding season. I'm looking forward to that. Um, Personally, we are doing a lot of franchise expos. We have a couple coming up in late September and October. We're going to Detroit and Dallas and Phoenix. There's going to be one in Denver. There's going to be a food truck or a franchise expo in Denver coming up. So we're trying to. I'm really focusing on growing the brand franchise wise right now.
Yeah. And how
So,
was that transitioning from, just your own locations and your own trucks to the franchise? How was that process?
it's it's a lot more complicated and involved than I thought. People are like, "Oh, I want a franchise," and they're like, "It'll be fun." Yeah, it's pretty in depth, and there's a lot that goes into it. And luckily, I have a great franchise consultant, and I partnered with a company that has tons of experience. I'd be lost without them, but we kind of transitioned easily because we had been running license agreements. We had a couple of license agreements out there before. So I just had well, my brother in Fort Worth, and then a buddy of mine who I taught with. Just we had some connections, and so we just did a license agreement for them. But we started growing a little bit more, and I was like, you know what, we need to transition to a franchise model, and so that's what we're doing.
Yeah. How many franchises do you have now at this point?
So right now we're literally just started. So we're switching over the licensees to franchisees. So those three of them right there. And then we have our first like organic franchisee that's interested, and he's coming to check it out. It's actually September 9th, and that's in the Tampa market. So
Yeah.
um, soon we'll be in Florida like crazy. We'll be in Texas like crazy. Probably Tennessee, and um, yeah, I'm
I
excited.
absolutely love that. That's so cool. Congratulations. And
Yeah,
it's been very rapid. So you're doing something right. And so just congratulations. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Thanks. I mean,
Um, Go ahead,
hard
sorry.
work. Yeah, just saying, if you're willing to work hard, I always tell people it's really easy to be bad at food trucking. Like, if you want to have a food truck and be bad, super easy. But if you want to be good and successful and like, you know, um, have growth and have success, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. People
Yeah.
think, oh, it's easy. I'll just start a food truck because I like making so and so. You're like, okay, but you got to work, like I work pretty much 7 days a week. I put in like 10 to 16 hours a day sometimes, during the season. So, that's why when November comes around, we shut down our events. I'm like, thank God. I can
Yeah.
sleep, December through April, you know,
Well,
pretty,
that's
I
really
can
cool.
kind of
Yeah.
relax a little bit. No,
Yeah,
thanks.
absolutely. So how can someone book you for their next event? What's the process?
All right. You can either go to thesnowychurro.com, fill out an event request form, or I kind of mentioned this. We have it's called the Food Truck Family. So you can go to foodtruckfamily.com, and that's where you could see all of our different trucks that we have to offer. But thesnowychurro.com is, for me, that's the easiest and best, but um, that's the best way to do it.
All
Yep.
right. Well, I've linked them both those sites in the comments so people have access to them. We have a couple minutes left. If there's anything that we haven't talked about yet that you would like people to know, or just any parting words.
Oh, no. Does anyone have any? Let me read these comments here. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Saw you at the Denver thing to me. Okay, awesome. All right, thanks. Let's see here. I don't know. I don't have anything specific. I'm excited to work with the Westminster Chamber. I I joined a while ago, and I really haven't done much because joining in May is not a good idea because
Yeah.
May to September is insane. So especially with the whole franchising thing, I haven't really had time to go to the you know any kind of networking meetings or anything like that. But I am very much looking forward to being more active and being out in the Westminster community.
Yeah, well, this is a great start. Getting the information out to people so they know how to contact you and all about the food truck. Um, but yeah, looking forward to eating more. What my final question: how many churros have you eaten in one day? What's your record?
I don't eat and tell. No, I was kidding.
Me neither.
Let's just say that I've had every single churro that we could have. Well, we'll do like one of our most popular packages is unlimited churros, and most people, normal people, get like maybe two, three. There's always like one or two people at every event that's like challenge accepted. I'm gonna have 20 churros or some crazy. I'm like, how do you possibly eat? I mean, right now I only have like one churro a week. I'm like, these are great, but I think I'm churroed out. Ice cream though, I'll have some ice cream, but yeah, churros. I mean, I don't know, probably like, maybe like five or so. I mean, don't
Awesome.
judge, all right? Yeah.
Nope, no judgment here. I used to
Yeah.
own a coffee and wine bar, and I would drink so much coffee throughout the day that it quit having any effect on me at all.
Yeah, yeah. We used to sell like energy drinks, and stuff like Alani's, and I had to stop because, you know, we'd have like three left, and I'd sell one, and I'm like, where did they go? So, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast today. I'm excited for people to learn more about you, and thanks for everybody who joined us and watched, and everyone who's going to replay this. And have a good rest of your week.
All right.
Bye.